I'm Chantal Cook and I'm with Dave Langren, the Business Development Director of Silverbear. They're the developers of the Evokos event management solution. So Dave, can you tell me, what do you think are the key elements of running a successful event?
Well, the key elements of running a successful event are the same as in any walk of life. It's all about planning. It's about working out what are they going to do when they come to the event? What are they going to get out of the event? What type of people do you want to come to that event in the first place? Who are you going to invite? Are people going to just come on and book online? Are they going to come on via the telephone? How are they going to communicate? How are you going to make sure you get the right people in place? So it is all about planning. Planning is crucial. And also looking at how are you going to follow those customers up later on? How are you going to follow up the non-attendees? All of that information. So having a clear, concise plan about the pre-event, running the event, and post-event follow-up is all part of running a successful event.
What are the key benefits you think of implementing an integrated solution for both the event and also the delegate management?
It's about putting the customer in control of what's going on, but at the same time controlling what they do. Putting an online system is all well and good, putting it on a website, but it's got to interface to back office systems. The whole customer experience is the complete package. It's people being able to book online or being able to book over the telephone. It's having their details recorded so that you can follow them up, so you can find out what their dietary requirements are closer to the event. It's about making sure that people attend. If they don't attend, it's about finding out why they didn't attend. It's about finding out what they thought about the event on the day and perhaps finding out what they thought about the impact of that event in 6 months' time. Because quite often people will fill in the happy sheets. We've all had happy sheets at the end of an event, and generally people tick the boxes so they can get away as quickly as possible. What we find is if you follow up an event a week later, 3 weeks later, 6 months later, you get a far better view of what's actually happened. That therefore means that you can target further events to that same customer or similar customers in a way that's appropriate for them and gives them value. People will come back if they get value. If they don't get value, they won't come back. And it's all about integrating all of those processes together, of which the event and delegate management system is a part, a crucial part, but it's not the only part.
What sort of things you need to consider when you're choosing the right kind of system for you?
The most important thing to do is not to look at the system at all, in reality. It's to look at business process. It's to look at who does what, when, in terms of the customer engagement. Look at what you do at the moment. Look at the plethora of spreadsheets you'll inevitably have, the bits of paper that fly around. Where do they go? What does the customer get when he books on an event? How does he find your event in the first place? Does he ring you up? Does he or she go onto the website? Do they send you an email? How does it work at the moment? How would you like it to work? What interfaces are to other parts of the business? An event manager will interface to many parts of the business and will have many hats on. There'll be a salesman to get people to the event. There'll be a salesman after the event to sell them on the benefits coming to the next event. There'll be a marketing manager. There'll be an IT manager in terms of getting systems in place. A plethora of things they do. So look at what you do at the moment. Look at the ideal model. What would you like to do? What would be the ideal model today if you had a greenfield site and could do whatever you wanted to? And then look further down the track if you can. 5 years' time, 2 years' time, what's it going to look like for your business? And then come up with a set of the key points you need your system or your solution to meet in order to get to that end goal. Then you can start looking at products and solutions. Get products in, look at the products you're looking for. Ignore the tinsel and the glitz around the products. They'll all look good, they'll all demo well, they'll all look fantastic in an hour's presentation because all event management software companies, they can do good presentations. Look at the company behind it. Look at how seriously they take your business processes. Look at how much time they're willing to invest in working with you to understand what you do. If they're just going to sell you a box with a bit of software in it and a support and maintenance contract, that's probably not the company for you if you've got a long-term view of how you're going to take your event management solution. So look for a company that's going to work with you, that's going to be there for the long term, that's going to take your ideas on board because you're the person as an event manager who's doing the job. The software company, they don't do the same job you do, they produce the software. So a good event management software solution company will want your ideas. So listen to what they're saying in response to ideas you've got and then formulate whether or not they're people you could work with in the long term. It is all about relationships.
And over the next few years, how do you see the event management software sort of industry developing?
I think the economic situation at the moment is having a huge impact on the event management marketplace. There is a reluctance to leave your desk. If you're not at your desk, you're somewhere else and you're not adding value to the business. So people are reluctant to leave their desk. So the online WebEx, GoToMeeting, online meetings, there's a relatively large explosion of that, certainly in the US, and it's starting to come into the UK and Europe. We're a bit more reluctant to do online events. They're a bit strange to us. We're more used to getting in our cars or going on the train and going physically somewhere and sitting down and participating. But with the pressures of the economy, online events will become more and more prevalent. Equally, the whole social networking, Facebook, Twitter, personalisation, the whole Amazon experience online is what people expect. People who go onto Amazon and buy a book, they're told what other books are in the same subject. Exactly the same way with events. If you're looking at an event, here's an event that may be relevant to you, here's the other ones you could look at, here's other things around the event, not only the event, but here's a book about it, here's a DVD you could buy to prepare you for it, here's a hotel that's near it. So you can't just look at it in isolation of the event, it's all the bits that go around it as well. People's perception of what they can get from an online experience is rising exponentially, and the software industry and the web industry is racing to keep up, really. Also, the integration with the back office systems. A lot of online event systems aren't integrated. They're not integrated to CRM solutions. You can't therefore get personalization in place. Personalization is crucial. If you're going to deliver an online experience that adds value to the customer, personalization is essential. Without that, you're just adding a Me Too type experience. So I may be going on a yacht master sailing course, somebody else is going on a competent crew course on a yacht. They're completely different experiences that the two people are expecting. One is probably a leisure sailor, one is a professional. And the professional wants a professional experience, the leisure sailor wants a leisure experience. Getting it right and getting the communities of interest together and then interfacing with other systems is going to be crucial in the next 2-3 years. That's what will differentiate the events companies and the event solutions that will drive forward in this economic downturn and as the economy recovers, and those that just stand still.